are to be avoided while chanting. They are taken from Padma Purana, written by Srila Vasudev, and they are to be avoided. And they are as follows. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2, to consider the names of demigod like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures, the scriptures in persons to the Vedic version. 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. And 10 is to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna devotees, we welcome you all again on Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Before we proceed to our next session, please feel free to unmute yourself, announce your name so I can welcome you all here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, and Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Lila from Atlanta, Paniyati Dham.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Mata, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Please keep giving us your association. What an auspicious time we all are going through. It's so nice that we are coming here every day and listening to Harikatha. Thank you for your association, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hope your Telegram and WhatsApp is working well now.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much for always your help. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for chanting every day, Mataji, so diligently. Thank you so much, Mataji, for being the backbone. And thank you. What can we say about your services? Online, offline, you're always there. All glories to you, Mataji. Thank you for joining Bhakti Sangha, Mataji. Welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj and Gauranga, all glories to all the assembled devotees on the call. This is Harita from Texas, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Please keep giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from India. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam Mata, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. It's devotees like you that make this platform so auspicious. Please keep blessing us with your association. Welcome. Hare Krishna. So, devotees, we are waiting for His Grace Jivana GaurHaari Prabhu to join us, and it's going to be a very interesting day today. He's going to enlighten us on several various different topics, starting from Radha kund to the glories of all the different personalities, including Dhananjay Pandit, including Gadadhar Pandit, and so many. But before he joins, we still have some time. So don't hesitate to unmute yourself and announce your name, and we can welcome you here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nina Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances of Mr. Srila Prabhupada and Krishna Guru Maharaj. This is Shamagri Devidasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shamaguri Mataji, my humble obeisances at your lotus feet, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. All glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Hare Krishna, welcome.
Hare Krishna, Nina Mataji, your grace, Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances, Mata. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, Mataji. Thank you always for your association, Mataji. Please keep joining and blessing us with your association. Hare Krishna. If Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhu, at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. We are so fortunate to have you with us today, devotees. We offer our humble obeisances to His Grace, Jivana GaurHaari Prabhu's lotus feet. Prabhuji, whenever you're ready, you can take over and you can enlighten us on the diverse topics that you're supposed to speak.
Thank you, Nina Mataji. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who have gathered here to hear about the various exalted Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas who have been testified for their devotion and renunciation and who are the complete reservoir for all sweetness in terms of their relationship to Krishna. So first we will be hearing about the glorious, now we are entering into Vrindavan. So we will be hearing first about the glories of Radha Kund. Radha Kund is so glorious. Rupa Goswami has mentioned in Upadesamrita, compared to the spiritual planet, Mathura is the best. And superior to Mathura is Vrindavan. And superior to Vrindavan is Govardhan. And superior to Govardhan is Radha Kund. So now we are entering into the Radha Kund. And being Gaudiya Vaishnavas, so we enter into the mood of circumambulating Radha Kund, following in the footsteps of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Vrindavan, especially at the foothills of Govardhan, at the time it was only paddy field. Radha Kund and Shyama Kund was not discovered. He entrusted that responsibility to Rupa Sanatan to rediscover those ponds. So in our Gaudiya Vaishnava calendar, Bahulashtami is a very famous festival because this festival concurs on the day when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he discovered Radha Kund and Shyama Kund among the rice fields in Arishtagram. We all know the history, how Radha Kund and Shyama Kund was formed after the demon Arista was killed the gopis, they were rebuking Krishna that you have to do atonement since you have killed a bull. And immediately the nice pastime happened where there was all the river personified came and then entered into Shyamakund. Then Shyamakund became glorious. Then Radharani, along with the other gopis, they excavated a pond near to Shyamakund, and all the holy rivers entered into the Sangam of Radha kund. And Krishna declared that your kund will be more glorious than my kund. So we as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we prefer to live at the banks of Radha kund. That is our goal. But our gateway is the Sat Goswamis of Vrindavan and also the Pancha Tattva, and we have to follow in the footsteps of the Brajavasis, especially while we are present in this body. We should follow the instructions of the spiritual master. But our ultimate goal is Vrindavan, especially the advanced devotees, as said by Srila Prabhupada, they prefer to live at the banks of Radha kund. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came near Radha kund, his ecstasy increased many-fold times. He was completely in an uncontrollable state. He discovered, but anyhow, he gave that instruction to Rupa Sanatan to excavate that pond. And Rupa Sanatan Goswami, they excavated Radha kund, Shyama kund with the help of the local villagers. So one may ask, why Radha kund, Shyama kund was not visible till that point of time? Yeah, it is eternally present, but only the Acharyas, for the benefit of the conditioned souls, they can manifest to our gross eyes, materialistic vision. Even through the materialistic eye, one can have the darshan of Radha kund. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with his associates, they rediscovered Radha kund and Shyama kund. So we are eternally indebted to the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. And Srila Prabhupada has mentioned, whoever takes bath at Radha kund, they are sure to attain Krishna Prem. But Prabhupada has also given a clause that before taking bath in Radha kund, one should give up material conception of life. That is very, very important. And all our Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Acharyas, they preferred and they lived at the banks of Radha kund, having lot of bhajan kutis and samadhis. We can all see that. Like how Srimati Radharani is so dear to Krishna, Radha kund is also so dear to Krishna. There is no doubt on that. And many devotees, they questioned Srila Prabhupada about the glories of Radha kund. Srila Prabhupada was emphasizing that because Krishna Prem overflows in Radha kund. It is overflowing. And that's why actually we Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we take shelter of Radha kund. So who was accompanying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during his Vrajamandal Yatra? Balabhadra Bhattacharya. So they had nice time of spending in and around Radha kund, Shyama kund. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to take the mud from Radha kund and he used to apply all through his body, and still the custom is existing. And that's why we have highest regard for Radha kund, because this is the most sacred place in the entire universe. And Srimati Radharani is present in the liquid form. And the kunjas of the Ashtasaki, they are also surrounding the Radha kund. One who is fortunate, he can have darshan of Radha kund, beautifully decorated with the gems, ornaments, with a lot of waterfalls, with lot of trees, with lot of fruits, everything. So now we will be having parikrama of Radha kund. So the glories of Radha kund, it is unlimited. So this is the aerial view of Radha kund. Nearby we can also have the darshan of Shyama kund. And this is actually the darshan of Radha kund when we see it from Radha Gopinath Mandir, when we see it from Raghunatha Dasa Goswami Bhajan Kutir. And this is actually seeing Radha kund as when we stand at the Sangam kund. Sangam kund is the place where actually Radha kund and Shyama kund gets separated. And this is actually Shyama kund. And this is Janava Mata's Baitak sitting place, the small balcony where we can have a darshan. So there Janava Mata, she had a darshan of Srimati Radharani and also Krishna playing his flute. Seeing those divine couple, Janava Ma fainted. And this is actually because there are a lot of temples in and around Radha Kund. This is Radha Gopinath Mandir, Radharani in the right hand side, and also Ananga Manjari in the left hand side. When we do parikrama, we can take darshan of all these deities, and whatever the deities are present in Vrindavan, they are also present in Radha Kund. Because the deities during the Mughal king attack, when they went to Jaipur, they halted at Radha Kund and they also halted at Kamyavan. And that's why actually these deities are still present in Radha Kund. And these three are powerful Govardhan Silas. One can have a darshan when one does parikrama of Radha Kund. And this is actually the Samadhi Mandir of His Holiness Swarup Damodar Goswami, the scientist preacher, disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And when he ended up his earthly pastime, he was completely absorbed in the glories of Sri Sri Radha Krishna. And this is the old temple of Sri Sri Radha Krishna. They call it as Purana Mandir. And again, this is the aerial view of Radha Kund and Shyama Kund. And this is actually the Sangam. Sangam means actually the place which partitions Radha Kund and Shyama Kund. And one can also have darshan of the lotus feet of Sri Sri Radha Krishna. And there is Panchapandav Ghat, because the Panchapandav, they also live here eternally. They were living here as a palm tree. And then there was a good pastime where in the dream of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, the Panchapandav, they gave a request that they need not be cut, because they want to enjoy the pastimes of Sri Sri Radha Krishna. So Panchapandav, they are also in Vrindavan, especially here at Radha Kund. And this is old Tamal tree, nice beautiful pastime happened here, because this is the spot where Krishna used to meet the gopis headed by Srimati Radharani. And this is the Paduka of Sri Sri Radha Krishna at the Sangam. And this is actually Radha Vinod deities. And this is Kundeshwar Mahadev. In all the vanas, there will be Mahadev, like in Govardhan, Chakleshwar, in Vrindavan, Gopeshwar Mahadev, in Mathura, Bhuteshwar Mahadev, Kamyavan, Kameshwar Mahadev. So here at Radha Kund, we are taking darshan of Kundeshwar Mahadev. Actually, the one lesson which we have to imbibe from Lord Shiva is that he is very greedy that he should not miss none of the pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna. That's why actually he used to have lot of temples there at not only in the 12 forest but also in the Upavan and also in almost all the tracks of Brajamandal. He just puts a petition to Shri Radha Krishna, somehow or other, please allow me to take darshan of your loving pastimes. Even in Rasa Leela, Naradji, as Naradiya Gopi, he entered into the pastimes. Lord Shiva, he also entered into the pastimes of Rasa Leela, but as an audience. At least he could have a darshan of Radha Krishna and the gopis praying Rasa Leela. Because all those pastimes happen here in and around Radha Kund. So Lord Shiva doesn't want to miss. So here he is taking the form of Kundeshwar Mahadev. And this is actually Lord Damodar present at they call it as Jiva Mandir, Jikhva Mandir, and also Srimati Radharani. So both are combined from Shri Radha Damodar at Jikhva Mandir. Because like Vrajamandal Parikrama, like Vrindavan Parikrama, like Govardhan Parikrama, Nandagram Parikrama, Barshana Parikrama, one can also perform Radha kund Parikrama. When one performs Radha kund Parikrama, they can take darshan of all these temples. So here also there is a beautiful deity of Shri Gauranitai. This is also the deity called as Shri Radha Vinodji, worshipped by Lokanath Goswami. And this is actually the left hand side, you can take darshan of the Samadhi of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, and the right hand side is the Bhajan Kutir of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, he resided here for more than 4 decades. He wrote many books, Manasiksha, Stavavali, many books. These are all esoteric pastimes. And he performs his austerity in the sense that he meditates on his eternal service to Shri Radha Krishna. Is completely immersed, and one goes for parikrama, they can have darshan of many shops like that, like Kanti Mala, the Jabab bead stall. So all Tulasi variety product you can take darshan, and also the mud and clay from Radha Kund. And this is actually when Sri Krishna touched his lotus hand on the sila, it got melted. Because actually he is full of Radha Bhav. So whether it is Srimati Radharani with Krishna Prem or Krishna with Radha Bhav, whenever they come in contact with a Shila, they get melted because that is the power of the ecstatic love. And for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we consider Radha Kund as the tongue of Giri Govardhan. For Pushti Marg, they consider Jatipura as the tongue of Giri Govardhan. Because actually when Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, he was excavating Radha Kund, Shyama Kund, at the time actually when these workers were excavating, actually blood started to ooze. Then actually in the dream of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Giri Govardhan mentioned that it's actually the tongue. So for us, actually, Radha Kund is the tongue of Giri Govardhan. This we are taking darshan of Lalita Kund because Radha Kund means naturally the Ashtasaki Kund will be also nearby, the Kunjas. So this is Lalita Kund, just nearby only. And this is Mahaprabhu Baitak. When Lord Chaitanya came to Radha Kund, he sat under this place. So when Mahaprabhu sits, it is called as Mahaprabhu Baitak. And this is Murti of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu installed there. And this is actually the Samadhi Mandir of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. And also the right second part we can see the Samadhi Mandir of Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami, and also Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. All the three Samadhi Mandir of these three exalted Goswamis. Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami as Raga Manjari, Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami as Kasturi Manjari, and Raghunatha Dasa Goswami as Rati Manjari or Bhanumati Shaki, whatever it may be, combined incarnation. And center, we can take a darshan of Gopalji and also Shri Radha Raman. So when we do parikrama, we can take a darshan of all these deities. And this is the Radha Raman temple, and it is also fondly called as Dauji. Dauji present in Radha Raman Mandir, Balramji. And we can also take darshan of the Bhajan Kutir of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who is none other than Guna Manjari. And this is the exact place where Shri Radha Gopinathji halted before moving themselves to Jaipur. So in the same place, actually, these deities have also been installed. And here we can see the Bhajan Kutir of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, and also the sitting place of Madhavendra Puri, who is none other than the desire tree, Kalpa Vriksha tree. And this is Bankabandi Mahadev temple in the right hand side. He is also present in this form. And also the Ashtasaki Mandir, the left hand side, where you can see Shri Radha Krishna, the four gopis present in the left hand side, the four gopis present in the right hand side. Lalita, Shaka, Chitra, Champakalata, Tunga Vidya, Induleka, Rangadevi, and Sudevi. And this is actually Nityananda Prabhu Baitak, like how Janava Ma came to Radha Kund and she sat under a place. That place is called as Janava Ma Baitak. And this is the place where Lord Nityananda, he sat. So this place is called as Nitai Baitak. And this is Shri Radha Gopinathji along with Ananga Manjari. And this is Shri Radha Govindji. They are also here. The Abhideya Vigraha. And also we can have darshan of Shri Madan Mohan deity. They are also present here at Radha Kund. So actually, if you are doing Radha Kund Parikrama, one can have darshan of Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radha Govindji, and also Shri Radha Gopinathji, Shri Radha Ramanji, all forms of deity present here. And Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi, they are also present here. They are also very eager to see the loving pastimes of Shri Radha Krishna. And this is Chota Shri Radha Damodar present. So Shri Radha Damodar is also present here at Radha Kund. So like that, actually, I'm not going in detail about the various pastimes that happened at Radha Kund because it is so elaborate and so esoteric. But certainly, we can contemplate and meditate that we need to be present always in the mood of serving Shri Radha Krishna. That's why Srila Prabhupada, he instructed his disciples, and that is also an instruction to us that our aspiration should be to serve Shri Radha Krishna, but under the direction of our Parampara Acharyas. But our Parampara Acharyas, we can see they all have their Samadhi Mandir and also their Bhajan Kutir present here. So all our department HOD, they are in and around Radha Kund only. So naturally, we will go where only our departmental HODs are there. So now we will be entering into the. I thought you raised a hand, Neena Mataji. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. Now, Prabhuji, I had a quick question before we proceed. Thank you so much. It's so beautiful and we are absorbing it. Hopefully, we all are. One quick question, so Prabhuji, this Radha Kund that we have, the water is there from where really Srimati Radharani had bathed and all the Ashtasakis had bathed, etc., right? And that's the same water we still have it there? I mean, literally speaking? Or has it been changed by the government? Do we have any knowledge about that, Prabhuji? That's all. Hare Krishna.
So it's the same place only, actually, where Srimati Radharani and the Ashtasakis used to take bath. But earlier, actually, Radha Kund and Shyama Kund, it was running into several kilometers. But later, actually, after the influence of the age, it got narrowed down. But the potency is still present there. Actually, we have to see all those kund with our spiritual vision. But the potency is fully present there. That's why when disciples sometimes after reading the glories of Radha Kund Ashtakam and also hearing about the glories of Srimati Radharani and how she is fond and favorite to her Kund, the devotees develop a desire and intention to take bath at Radha Kund. But it should be with a respectful mood, and if the spiritual master is personally present in this earthly planet, they have to personally take permission from the spiritual master. And the kund which we saw is actually the exact place where Radharani she made this pond. Hare Krishna. So we will now hear about the glorious pastimes of Damodar Lila. So Damodar Lila is full of contradiction, but for devotees, actually we relish. But those who are in speculative knowledge, I mean, who are immersed in fruitive activities, who are immersed in yoga austerity, and even for those who are immersed in regulative devotional service, they cannot taste the nectar. This nectar can be tasted only by those who are in the level of spontaneous love to Krishna. But we, being the sadhakas or the practitioner, we can aspire that we also end up in serving Shri Radha and Krishna, and also serving the associates of Shri Radha Krishna. So Damodar Leela, it is exclusively to manifest the superior nature of Mother Yashoda's love towards Krishna, Vatsalya Bhakti. Because this pastime happened when Krishna was 2 years and 2 months old. Generally, only in this material world, Krishna's pastime of growing happens here. But in the spiritual world, no such pastime exists because he is in the Kaishora period where he is eternally ever blissful and youth. But when Krishna comes and descends into this material world, he takes birth, he grows, and these Damodar Leela pastime, we can say that actually all such interesting pastime Krishna is enacting in this material world, the conditioned souls. And this pastime happened when Krishna was 2 years and 2 months old. And we all know that this Damodar Leela was exclusively to bring out to this world about the glories and superiority of Mother Yashoda's love for Krishna. So we all know that how Mother Yashoda used to churn to feed Krishna. And Krishna, in a loving way, he used to embrace Mother Krishna. Mother Yashoda kisses Krishna, and Krishna embraces Mother Yashoda. So all such deep, intimate pastime. It's only to show that the yogis, they all meditate for many thousands of years, darshan of Krishna. But here, Mother Yashoda, she is able to relish such deep, intimate pastimes with Krishna. Because you would have heard most of times about the Damodar Lila pastimes. And we can learn few lessons from Damodar Lila, that in spiritual life, that endeavor should be there. And also we should always expect for mercy of the Supreme Lord. Why? Because in spiritual life, the endeavor is given much importance. Krishna is giving all facilities. He is giving the scriptures. He is revealing the 9 forms of devotional service. He is sending the acharyas. He is giving us the holy name. But still, actually, the sadhaka practitioner to endeavor. And unless there is no endeavor from the part of a practitioner, he cannot attain success in a spiritual life. And how he reciprocates, because in Rama Leela, these monkeys, they helped Lord Ramachandra in helping a bridge from Rameshwaram to Sri Lanka, and he reciprocated perfectly. So we can expect a reciprocation from the Supreme Lord. And Krishna clearly illustrates that he is bound only by love. He clearly says that I am conquered only by devotional service, not by fruitive activity, not by speculative knowledge, nor by yoga practice, only by devotional service, only by surrender, he can be conquered. He is clearly illustrating, because Krishna is unconquerable. He is Ajita. Ajita means actually one who is Just a minute. Am I audible, Mataji?
Yes,
Yes,
Indulekha
Prabhu.
Mataji, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu. Now audible. Can you hear us, Prabhuji?
I cannot hear you, Indulekha Mataji.
Prabhuji, do you hear us now? You were always fine at our end. We never had any problem hearing or seeing anything, Prabhuji.
Okay. So this Damodar Lila pastime is only during this time, actually, the 2 years and 2 months old, because he was giving lot of pleasure to his parents, especially the elderly Gopas and Gopis. So that's why actually at the age of 7, he was giving lot of pleasure to his friends. Then from the age of 8, he started to reciprocate with the Gopis. So this childhood pastime is especially to bring about the glorious devotion of Mother Yasoda. So he is Atmarama. He doesn't need external help, but still he needs milk for feeding. And here actually Krishna is bound up. still in spite of being binded, he is able to liberate Nalakuvera and Manigriva. Generally, actually, when a person falls in a pit, actually someone needs to help him. But here, actually, Mother Yashoda bounded Krishna. In spite of that, Krishna was in a position to liberate Nalakuvera and Manigriva. So this clearly illustrates that nothing is impossible for Krishna. Actually, Krishna is giving clear-cut instruction that when you surrender to me, I can actually relieve you from all the bondages of this material life. So that instruction we can take. And also the anarthas present in this Lila is that pride arising from madness of wealth, because when there is too much wealth, beauty, education, then there is a tendency that one may develop the pride where we may not respect others. So that's why here Nalakuvera and Manigriva, they failed to give proper respect to Naraji. And Naraji, by his causeless mercy and blessings, he benedicted these two sons of Kuvera that they could witness this childhood pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna. So it's again only the intervention of pure devotees that can give eligibility to enter into the pastimes of Krishna. There is no doubt on that. So we all know that how Nalakuvera, the Manigriva, they were delivered, we can say, by the mercy of Naraji. And Krishna is so attractive, and he can attract through his various gestures. Even if he is crawling, it is so attractive. Even if he walks, he is so attractive. Even if he is sleeping, he is so attractive. So with his sidelong glances, he is so attractive. So the purpose of enacting this Leela is only to attract all these conditioned souls present in this material world, drawing them towards his lotus feet. So now we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Veerachandra Prabhu. So the super soul, Paramatma, he participated in Lord Chaitanya's pastime as Veerachandra Prabhu, as the son of Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda, he had Janava and Vasudha as his two eternal consorts, like Revati and Varuni for Balaram. So the Lord, who is lying in the milk ocean as Shrido Kasai Vishnu, the Paramatma, he entered into the womb of Vasudha and took birth as Veerachandra Prabhu. So Janava Mata, she didn't have any children. Vasudha, she gave birth to Veerachandra Prabhu, who is none other than the Paramatma, and also to Ganga Muni Devi, who is none other than River Ganga. And all these pastimes happened at Kunjavatika, which is exactly in the place called as Kardaha, near to Panipati, 5 kilometers from Panipati towards Srita Mayapur. So where actually a beautiful deity of Gaurnita is also present there. And Kardaha is the place where Lord Nityananda made up his residence after his marriage. Suryadas Sarekal, he gave his two daughters, Janava and Vasudha, and after getting married, Lord Nityananda settled here at Kardaha. And this is the exact place actually of Kardaha, which is also situated near the shore of the Ganges. And one nice interesting pastime happened when Abhiram Das Thakur, he was a strong, powerful, influential personality. Just seeing his form, all the non-believers, atheists, they would flee, because actually when he offers respect to any person, if they are not Supreme Lord, they will immediately die. And when he offers respectful obeisances to a Salagram Sila, if it is not original, that will also burst into hundreds of pieces. So Lord Nityananda, he had 7 sons. So whenever actually for Vasudha, these 7 sons were born, Abhiram Das Thakur was living nearby place only called Kanakul Krishnanagar. So he used to come there and then he used to offer Dandavat Pranam to all the 7 children. All they died immediately. But Vasudha was in a great grief. But when the 8th child, Veerachandra Prabhu, was born, hearing the news, Abhiram Das Thakur came there, offered his pranam, nothing happened. And Vasudha and Nityananda Prabhu, they were very happy to clearly demonstrate and illustrate that the 8th son of Nityananda is none other than the Supreme Lord, Shrido Kashai Vishnu Paramatma. So in order to demonstrate that, because they are also very eager to participate in the pastimes of the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya and to assist them in the preaching mission. So this is actually the Shripad of Abhiram Das Thakur, Kanakul Krishnanagar, Abhiram Das Thakur, who is Sri Dama in Krishna Lila, the brother of Srimati Radha, and very intimate to Krishna. And his worshipable deities are, he could take darshan of those worshipable deities. So this is actually Shri Radha Shyam Sundar at Gadadhar, and also the front entrance of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar temple at Gadadhar. Because all pastimes of Veerachandra Prabhu happened here only. And this is actually the Samadhi Mandir of Veerachandra Prabhu. And also Ganga Muni Devi, brothers and sisters, Ganga Devi, river personified, and her brother Veerachandra Prabhu of Paramatma. Their Samadhi Mandir is also present here. So, Veerachandra Prabhu, he participated in Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan pastime, assisting Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda. There are many places of interest where Veerachandra Prabhu enacted his pastime, especially his childhood pastime happened here at Gadadhar. There is a place called as Jirat. We go from Mayapur to Howrah, there is a place called as Jirat. Veerachandra Prabhu traveled there, and Veerachandra Prabhu traveled to Jajigram to give association to Srinivas, Acharya, his family, and also to all the associates. So the preaching were very, very intense because actually they delivered countless living entity back to the spiritual world. But again, the problem is that even in 1 inch of space, there are unmanifested living entity. So how many incarnation comes, how many acharyas they come, in spite of their missionary spirit, the living entity by the evolutionary process, those living entities which are in the lower modes, they get elevated and finally come to the stage of getting a human birth. But when they are fortunate enough, they get the seed of Krishna Bhakti by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. That's what happened here. So Dhananjay Pandit, he was also very intimately related to Lord Chaitanya and the Lord Nityananda. So he participated in the Sankirtan pastimes of Lord Chaitanya at Navadvip. And then he finally took up his residence at Vrindavan. So he is none other than Vasudama. He is also one among the Dwadasa Gopala. He also preached vigorously, intensely in and around the Bengal. And then whoever came in contact with these great exalted devotees, they attained pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem. That's all. It's only simply their glance. They induced them to chant the holy name. And the holy name can give pure love for Krishna. Sometimes a question may arise then, what is the difference between Shiksha Guru and a Diksha Guru? Recently, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj mentioned in a private conversation, Shiksha Guru can take the disciples till the gate of Vaikuntha. Only the Diksha Guru will come to the gate of Vaikuntha to take disciples and introduce them to Krishna. So this was the statement which His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj gave. So they were all acting as Diksha Gurus, initiating endless people and chanting the holy name. So they take the complete responsibility. Because actually, just by chanting the holy name, we cannot attain the eternal loving service. Only by the mercy of the spiritual master, by the mercy of the Diksha Guru. Actually, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur never mentioned our parampara as Shiksha parampara. It's a Bhagavata parampara. Our parampara is Shiksha parampara supported by Diksha. Because we can see that all the Acharyas, they were initiated and they were initiating endless number of people, accepting them as their disciples. So such is the mood of Lord Chaitanya and the Lord Nityananda. So definitely we need a shelter, we need a initiating Guru, Diksha Guru. So Dhananjay Pandit, he had several thousands and thousands of disciples. Whenever he traveled, whether it was in Bengal or when he traveled to Vrindavan, he accepted many disciples. And it is done only out of the burden of love, what they had with Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, and to the dear associates. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission, they started to spread in and around the Bengal by the glorious activities of such exalted Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas like Dhananjay Pandit, who is none other than Vasudev, one of the 12 Dwadasa Gopalas. Now actually we can hear about the glorious pastimes of Vasudeva Ghosh. He is none other than Gunatunga Gopi in Krishna Lila, the Ghosh brothers, Govinda Ghosh, Madhava Ghosh, and Vasudeva Ghosh. They are Kalavati, Rasalosha, and Gunatunga Shakis. Sweet, swinging voice they had. Because whenever actually Vasudeva Ghosh, Govinda Ghosh, Madhava Ghosh, they used to sing Lord Chaitanya and the Lord Nityananda, they used to dance in ecstasy. And they were also forming one group when Lord Chaitanya was dancing at Jagannath Puri. So he is the lead singer, Govinda Ghosh, and Vasudeva Ghosh is the responsive singer. And the chief dancer in that group, he was Vakreshwara Pandit. So Vakreshwara Pandit chose these Ghosh brothers because these singing actually to the tune what Vakreshwara Pandit decided to dance. So Vasudeva Ghosh, he had the good fortune of meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent Vasudeva Ghosh, Madhava Ghosh, along with Lord Nityananda to go and then preach in Bengal. So he took up his residence at this place called as Tamluk. Why Vasudeva Ghosh took up his residence at this place called Tamluk is that after Mahaprabhu took sannyas, so he made a 2-week halt at Shantipur. And then actually he came here. And then he was doing Madhukari. Jagadananda Pandit, who is none other than Satyabhama, Jagadananda Pandit personally cooked. There were one continuous full night of Kirtan that happened here. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Tamluk, then he started to move towards Jagannath Puri. And after his South Indian tour also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back here for the second time at the Tamluk. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this place twice. So those vibrations, these acharyas, they could immediately sense, because actually there is a good snake catcher. The village people called him to catch snake. And then while he was being taken in the vehicle, because there were several pythons in the village. Then he immediately told to stop the vehicle. Then the village people told that no, all these great python are only in the village. Why you are asking us to stop the vehicle here? He told it clearly, no, I can see the traces. Somewhere here, actually, a great python is lying. And there was a small hut, and he could trace that great python. And we tell that actually we can easily trace even just by the trace of seeing the sand. So like that, these great stalwart Vaishnava Acharyas, especially Vasudeva Ghosh, when he came to Tamluk, he could immediately sense that actually this is the place where actually Lord Chaitanya, he enacted one full day of Kirtan pastime, and it is imbibed fully with the Krishna Prem surcharge. I need to reside here. So it was simply his decision. He could immediately sense. And even actually, once His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj also told that when one has the spiritual vision of visiting Lord Jagannath's temple, even in the black stone, they can see how Lord Chaitanya has imbibed pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem, when he was doing that Veda Kirtana fasting. So the pure devotees, they can sense that. So this is actually the Bakul tree, the Murti of Vasudeva Ghosh, and also the Samadhi Mandir of Vasudeva Ghosh, because he could sense that actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced here, and there is a continuous overflow of Krishna Prem. And his worshipable deity, the middle deity Nimai, is the personal worshipable deity of Vasudeva Ghosh. And to Nimai right hand side, there is Shyam Chandji, which is the worshipable deity of Madhavi, who is the sister of Shiki Mahiti. Because when she came here during her old age, she installed her deity here next to Nimai. And the right hand side, left hand side of Nimai, we can take darshan of Jagannathji, and that is the personal worshipable deity of Charandas Babaji. And there is also the deity of Sri Sri Radha Gopinathji, the personal worshipable deity of Shyamananda Pandit. So these four worshipable deities of Shyamananda Pandit, Sri Sri Radha Gopinathji, Vasudeva Ghosh worshipable deity Nimai, Madhavi Mother worshipable deity Shyamchandji, Jagannathji worshipped by Charandas are here. And we all know the famous song of Vasudeva Ghosh, where he sings that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had not appeared in this Kali Yuga, then how can we survive? So such should be the mood. Actually, when one comes to the stage that I cannot survive in this world without my spiritual master, without the mercy of the Guru Parampara, then it means that actually he has considerably advanced. So such was the mood exhibited by Vasudeva Ghosh. And he also sings, Jai Gaura Sai Krishna Sai Jagannath. The same Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Krishna and Lord Jagannath. So in Kali Yuga, one develops a faith that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead and non-different from Krishna and Jagannath. Then his life becomes successful. And he also used to pray that, like in Rama Lila, in Treta Yuga, there was a bridge, and the devotees were getting transported from one shore of the ocean, material ocean, to the Sagar, pure love for Krishna, Prema Sagar. So like that here, Vasudeva Ghosh also mentions that Harinama Sankirtan is actually the linking bridge for the fallen conditioned souls to travel from this material samsara ocean to the spiritual one. And a nice, interesting pastime also happened here. When Vasudeva Ghosh, he was residing here along with his wife, then he got the news that Lord Chaitanya disappeared from this earthly pastime. So that separation, it was continuously tormenting Vasudeva Ghosh and his dear wife. So they made a decision that they have to give up their body. Because sometimes in our parampara also, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, he made up his mind to fall from Govardhan Hill to commit suicide. Sanatana Goswami, when he had a hot sore in his body, he also thought of committing suicide. And here Vasudeva Ghosh is also contemplating on committing suicide. Suicide is very dangerous, very sinful. But these devotees, they develop the mood of committing suicide because they have reached the point where they cannot live separated from Krishna naturally. And he instructed his servants, actually a big earth should be excavated, and he and his wife would enter, and they should put the big excavated land filling with sand, and they should be, even when they are living, they should be completely filled with the sand. This was the instruction which they gave to the servant, and the servant, they were also sincerely following their instruction, no other go. And till the neck, actually, the sand was filled. And Vasudeva Ghosh and his wife, eyes, they were also closed with the cloth. So immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and then told not to commit such grateful activity. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Vasudeva Ghosh, what is the boon you want from me? So Vasudeva Ghosh mentioned that you should live here eternally. And that is the boon which I am asking from you. And then Vasudeva Ghosh, he also asked one more thing. Whoever comes here, takes darshan, they should get a pure love for Krishna. And Mahaprabhu immediately responded, whoever comes here, take darshan of all these wonderful deities, and then contemplate on such pastime, how you are so intimately related to me. After giving up the present body, they will come to my eternal abode. So this is the great benediction I am giving. So just by contemplating on this Tamluk pastime, how Vasudeva Ghosh made up his mind to commit suicide, and how he got the darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also the loving conversation, and also the food exchange. So it actually gives us an impetus just by contemplating, meditating, and remembering how dear, how intimately Vasudeva Ghosh is related to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That alone is sufficient to take back home, back to Godhead. Generally, getting liberation itself will take millions of years. And even while rendering devotional service also, it may take several births. But one, when contemplates such pastime, taking darshan of these deities, contemplating and meditating about Lord Chaitanya's intimate Lila with the Vasudeva Ghosh. When a person gives up his present body, he is assured by Lord Chaitanya, and Vasudeva Ghosh is also the witness, they will attain Krishna Prema in this life. So that's why actually Gaura Lila is very, very powerful. Sometimes there will be many blocks in the way. There will be fatty things which may obstruct the flow of blood. But sometimes there will be a powerful injection, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. When they put the powerful injection, all those blocks are removed. So actually, Kali Yuga, generally, all the hearts are filled with anarthas, no matter whatever it may be. What we have to do from our side is that we have to contemplate and meditate and remember all such glorious pastimes of how Lord Chaitanya was intimately communicating and enacting pastimes with his loving devotees. That alone is sufficient. So this is actually language of the spiritual world, heart-to-heart connection. And this is actually Shyamananda Pandit's worshipable deity, Shri Radha Gopinathji, the bottom. And this is actually the personal worshipable deity of Vasudeva Ghosh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So now we will be moving to hear about the glorious pastimes of Gadadhar Das. And here actually Vasudeva Ghosh, they took their birth at a place called as Kulai, that is near Katwa. And from the courtyard of Kulai only, Narahari Sarkar, he was instructed by Lord Chaitanya to carve 3 deities of Lord Chaitanya. One deity is installed at GaurHaari temple at Katwa. The second temple, is installed at the place called as Srikanda. And the third one, which is the medium, that is installed at Ekachakra. And Lord Chaitanya gave the benediction that when one wants to take darshan of me directly, they can come here either to Katwa or to Srikanda or to Ekachakra, and I am not different from this deity form. So like that actually here, Gunatuka Gopi, how intimately he is serving the Ashtasaki gopis, and they are intimately related to Shri Radha Krishna. So when they recommend to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so these are all wonderful devotees who have come here to Tamil to take darshan of our beloved worshipable deity. Please accept them. Not Chaitanya would accept them, that's all. Because of the love they have for Vasudeva Ghosh. And this is actually Arya Daha, 3 part of Gadadhar Das. Gadadhar Das is the combined incarnation of Chandrakanta Gopi and the Purnananda Gopi, and his personal worshipable deity of Gaurnitai, and also the Murti of Janava Mata is also present there. And Purnananda Gopi, she is the girlfriend of Balramji, and Chandrakanta Gopi, she is the expansion of Srimati Radharani. So that's why, even though such great personalities have participated in Lord Chaitanya's pastime, taking a male form, they imbibe and they manifest the pastimes of Dhanakeli, where actually Krishna would block the narrow road and then ask for taxes for the milk products being carried by the gopis. And Chandrakanta Gopi was also present there. That's why actually Gadadhar Das, when he was touring from Jagannath Puri along with Lord Nityananda towards Bengal, he used to carry jug of water, saying that anyone willing to purchase milk, anyone willing to purchase yogurt, ghee, the same mood they were exhibiting. And Lord Nityananda was very, very happy with Gadadhar Das. And Lord Nityananda benedicted that whoever meditates on your transcendental pastime, I give them the benediction that they will attain pure love for Krishna, Krishna Prem, very soon. Gadadhara Pandit, so he is one among the Panchatattva. Gadadhara Das, he is a different personality. So all such tax collecting pastimes that happened at Dhanakeli, this tax collecting pastime also used to happen in many places. Wherever there are narrow roads, such pastime used to happen. So Krishna liked to enjoy the beautiful sight of the gopis settled by Srimati Radharani. And gopis, they would also reciprocate with their heart. If Krishna is not present there, then they would search where is Krishna, because such teasing pastimes are very, very transcendental and mesmerizing. And this is actually the front entrance of Aryadaha temple. And once when Gadadhara Das, he was walking along the roadside at the night time, he was making everyone to chant the holy names of Lord Hari. So at the time there was also one Kasi. This Kasi is non-different, it's a different from Chant Kasi. And out of anger, this Kasi was actually developing a grudge towards Gadadhar Das. Then immediately actually Gadadhar Das knocked the door, and then he entered his house, and then he told the Kasi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, they have descended into this material world to give pure love for Krishna. They have inaugurated the Sankirtan movement. The whole world is benefited. Why you are deprived of this opportunity? When are you planning to chant the holy names of Lord Hari? Then this Kasi told that I will definitely chant the Hari's name tomorrow. Then immediately Gadadhar started to dance. Why tomorrow? Now itself you have chanted. Then immediately actually this Kasi surrendered to Gadadhar Das, and then he took shelter of Gadadhar Das. So he was very, very, how his heart got transformed. We can understand. They are all powerful personalities. And then Gadadhar Das, he took up his final residence at Katwa. When we enter into the Katwa where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Gaurangabari temple is there, the Samadhi Mandir of Gadadhar Das is still present there. So they have all descended into this material world only with the sole missionary spirit of distributing pure love of Krishna through the congregational chanting of the holy names of Lord Krishna. So now we'll be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Rasikananda. Rasikananda is not different from Aniruddha, so the expansion of Krishna. So we can say he is one term, Vishnu Tattva. So this is actually Gopi Vallabhu. He was born in a place called as Rohini, and then later shifted his residence to Kantashila. He got married. Then he got a dream where Krishna appeared before Rasikananda Prabhu, saying that very soon you will meet your spiritual master, Shyamananda Pandit, and you have to take initiation from him, and along with him you have to tour the entire Odisha to deliver them. And then at that time, Shyamananda Pandit, he was present at Vrindavan. Then Krishna also appeared before Shyamananda Pandit, saying that now you should leave Vrindavan and go to Odisha, initiate Rasikananda Prabhu, and then you both should deliver the people, the impious people residing in and around Odisha. But he was reluctant to leave Vrindavan. But again, Shyamananda Pandit, he was studying under Jiva Goswami. So Krishna directly instructed Jiva Goswami to give pressure to Shyamananda Pandit to leave Vrindavan and to go to Odisha. So this is actually Gopi Vallabhpur, where actually there is a beautiful Gopi Vallabhrai deity and also beautiful Shri Shri Radha Govindji deity. This Radha Govindji was actually done under the direct supervision of Shyamananda Pandit. So this is actually the lotus footprint of Rasikananda Prabhu. When we go to Gopi Vallabhpur, one can take a darshan of the lotus footprint of Rasikananda Prabhu. And Rasikananda Prabhu is very fond of drinking the Charanamrita that has washed the lotus feet of the great Vaishnavas. He frequently conducts Vaishnava Mela, and whoever comes, he used to wash the lotus feet with the water. Then he collect those water and then put it in a big pot. When it becomes half, again, he used to fill it up like that. Still the habit is going on there. Even if we go there, actually, we can drink the Charanamrita that has washed the lotus feet of several thousands and thousands of Vaishnavas. And in the top side, that is actually the flute which was used by Rasikananda. It's actually being carried in a small plate in the right hand side corner. That is actually the flute which was personally used by Rasikananda. And this is actually the front entrance of Gopi Vallabhpur, the Shripad of, because this is the headquarters of preaching for Shyamananda Pandit and Rasikananda Prabhu. So they preached throughout Utkal. In Shastra, it is mentioned as Utkal. Now the present day Odisha, both used to travel. Whoever came in contact in their orbit, they were able to chant the holy name, transform their heart, and then they were giving pure love for Krishna. So Odisha was inhabited by impious people, demigod worshippers. But still Shyamananda Pandit and Rasikananda Prabhu, they used to give mercy to the non-believers, atheistic people, Yavanas, the fallen kings, like that. And first time, Shyamananda Pandit, he visited the palace in the place called as Gantashila. There actually Rasikananda Prabhu was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Prior to that, there was no interaction between Shyamananda Pandit and Rasikananda Prabhu. But just by seeing, they could recognize each other. Shyamananda Pandit recognized that, oh, he is my dear disciple Rasikananda. And Rasikananda Prabhu immediately recognized that he is my dear spiritual master Shyamananda Pandit. And from there, actually, they started that journey. Then Shyamananda Pandit initiated Rasikananda Prabhu's wife, Icha Devi. And then they traveled all the way touring many places of Odisha. So such a intimate pastimes happened between Shyamananda Prabhu and Rasikananda Prabhu. The places of visit, they covered many places. East of Odisha, south of Odisha, but their main focus was northern Odisha because it was also a part of Bengal. And in a place called as Rajghat, actually one Mayavada sannyasi, he ridiculed Shyamananda Pandit. So seeing that actually a miracle happened, a crocodile happened to pass by, then immediately took shelter of Shyamananda Pandit, and it also got initiated. So seeing that actually the Mayavadi sannyasi, he fell at the lotus feet of Shyamananda Prabhu, and he also took initiation from Shyamananda Prabhu. So like that actually several lakhs and lakhs of devotees, they got the shelter of Shyamananda Prabhu and Rasikananda Prabhu, and they took initiation. That is very, very important. Initiation is very, very important in spiritual life. So all such, because actually when there are non-believers, only if some miracles happen, then it can act as an impetus to take up devotional service. So initially, those who are non-believers, Krishna or the spiritual master, they orchestrate in such a way that some miracles happen so that it can give a seed of bhakti. Because actually these places are completely inhabited by the non-believers. So such miracles should happen. Then actually the news would spread all around and they would come seeing the effulgence of Shyamananda Prabhu and Rasikananda Prabhu. They will fall flat and then they would take up Krishna Bhakti. So Rasikananda Prabhu, he is Aniruddha, he is Vishnu Tattva. So actually they can even control all living entities, whether it is a tiger or a python or whatever it may be. So if Rasikananda Prabhu says that the chant Haribol, chant Krishna Rama Govinda, all the forest wild animals they used to chant. Seeing this miracle, all the villagers they got attracted towards Rasikananda Prabhu. So again, because in village actually it's very difficult to preach, but if one person, especially the influential people come up, all the people will line up. So this is the protocol which Shyamananda Pandit and Rasikananda Prabhu they used to do. But their mercy knew no bound. And Rasikananda Prabhu, he also initiated an elephant because this elephant was actually trampling the house, the people, the cattle, and Ahmad Beg, who was ruling that area, he was greatly disturbed. And immediately Ahmad Beg, who was the Muslim king, requested Rasikananda Prabhu, if you could tame this elephant, then I would accept your worshipable form, Narayana is supreme. Then immediately actually this elephant, when it was actually coming with a great speed, after seeing the effulgence of Rasikananda Prabhu, it again started to offer obeisances coming nearby and then offering 108 Dandavat Pranam. And then Rasikananda Prabhu, he preached wisely, quoting how Airavata was also defeated by Krishna and how Gajendra was also delivered by Vishnu. So this is actually how to preach to the audience is also very, very important. So for the elephant, here actually Rasikananda Prabhu didn't glorify Prahlad Maharaj or Dhruva Maharaj. He glorified how Gajendra took shelter of Vishnu And how Airavata also took final shelter of Krishna, because actually elephant, the same species. So like that actually Rasikananda Prabhu tamed this elephant, and he also gave the name Gopala. And this is actually the worshipable deity of Shyamananda Prabhu, his spiritual master Sri Sri Radha Mohan. And this is also the Samadhi Mandir of Shyamananda Prabhu. And this is also the place where Shyamananda Prabhu and Rasikananda Prabhu preached Dharendra Bahadurpur. And this is actually the river flowing near Rohini, Suvarna Rekha river. Rasikananda Prabhu used to come here, sit in this place, and he used to meditate, because this was the place where Pancha Pandava, when they were in exile, they came here and they rested for some time. So Pancha Pandava, they had high love for Krishna. So remembering that pastime, Rasikananda Prabhu used to come here and stay here. And the famous worshipable deity of Rasikananda Prabhu, Sri Sri Gopi Vallabha, and also Sri Sri Radha Govindji, doing vigorous preaching in and around Odia. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very pleased with the preaching effort. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowered them to deliver most of the people in and around Odia at that time. So now we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Srinivas Acharya. He is none other than Mani Manjari. His spiritual master is the Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who is none other than Guna Manjari. This is Chakandi, the birthplace of Srinivasa Acharya, which is near Katwa. And the personal worshipable deity of Srinivasa Acharya, Gauranita in a dancing posture, we can take the son of such beautiful deities. And this is actually the worshipable deity and the Paduka of Srinivasa Acharya, kept at the Jajigra, because Sripat means the place of residence. So his father, Chaitanya Das, prior to that he was known as Gangadhara Bhattacharya, and then his wife, Lakshmi Priya. So Gangadhara Bhattacharya, he witnessed how Lord Chaitanya took sannyas at Katwa. Then he came home chanting only Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Then the villagers named him Chaitanya Das. Then when Chaitanya Das and his wife toured to Puri, Lord Jagannath appeared in the dream of Mahaprabhu, saying that there is a wonderful personality called as Srinivasa Acharya, whom I desire that he should appear in the womb of Chaitanya Das, and he should preach the Nagar Sankirtan. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately woke up. Then he started to chant the Srinivas, Srinivas, Srinivas. Then the devotee couldn't understand who he is, like how he chanted Naru, Naru, Naru. Then later, actually, associates of Lord Chaitanya understood Lord Chaitanya was chanting Narottam, 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 Narottam Das Thakur. Then actually, Lord Chaitanya also came to know, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also not different from Lord Jagannath. But Jagannath instructed Lord Chaitanya, there is a famous personality. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately revealed. So Gadadhar Pandita and all other associates, they were very eager to know who is Srinivas, who is Srinivas. And this is actually the Sripad of Srinivasa Acharya present at Jajigram. Under this tree, along with several thousands of disciples, Veerachandra Prabhu, who is the son of Nityananda Prabhu, came there, along with many thousands of followers, not less than 10,000. And at that time, actually, Srinivasa Acharya had two wives. One is Padmavati, and then the second one, Gauranga Priya. He had 3 sons and 3 daughters, like Hemalata Thakurani, Kulapi Thakurani, Krishna Priya, Gita Govinda, Krishna Govinda, and one more son. Totally 3 sons and 3 daughters. So seeing several thousands of people coming here, Hemalata Thakurani and the Srinivas Acharya, they were wondering how to feed up these several thousands of people. Then by the desire, actually there was a dal kund which manifested immediately with a lot of lentils present. They used to put for rice this dal. It was actually a big dal kund. Then everyone came here, they honored the prasad, they happily did Nama Sankirtan, and then they left. So Srinivasa Acharya, so he was born in Takandi. Then his father left him in his early childhood age. Then he came here to Jajigram, maternal uncle home. Then he took permission of Narahari Sarkar. Then he went to Jagannath Puri. Then when he was entering Jagannath Puri, then he got the news that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had disappeared. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in his dream saying that you go and then learn Srimad Bhagavatam from the lotus mouth of Gadadhar Pandit. Then when he said the news to Gadadhar Pandit started to cry in tears because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared in the dream of Srinivasa Acharya, who was a small boy at that point of time. Then he taught Srimad Bhagavatam. Then actually that Srimad Bhagavatam completely got erased by the tears of Gadadhar Pandit. Then he told you go back to Srikanta and then get a copy. Then again he walked all along the way from Jagannath Puri to Srikanta, got a copy from Narahari Sarkar. Then when he came back again to Jagannath Puri, then Gadadhar Pandit disappeared. Then Gadadhar Pandit came in the dream and then told you should go and then take the association of Advaita Acharya and also the Goswamis. Then he returned back to Navadip. On the way, he halted before the house of Sachiman. Then actually he was just weeping, sitting in front of the house. Then Vishnupriya came out seeing the small boy. Immediately he sensed that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, her dear beloved husband, has empowered the small child, Srinivasa Acharya, and he is manifesting Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love for Krishna. And actually here, Vishnupriya tested the devotion and also the renunciation of Srinivasa Acharya. Then she was fully convinced that actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has fully empowered Srinivasa Acharya. Then he put her lotus feet on the head of Srinivasa Acharya. Then along with Ishana Thakur, he also had a Navadip Mandal Dham Darshan. He was rolling in ecstasy. Then after getting blessings from Vishnupriya, he again came back to Shantipur. At that time, actually, Advaita Acharya, he also winded up his pastime. Then Advaita Acharya appeared in a big gigantic form. He got his darshan blessings. Then he served the wife of Advaita Acharya, Sita Devi. Then getting her blessings. Then he started his journey from here, Shantipur to Karda, because Advaita Acharya, Sita Devi personally blessed him, saying that go and then take a darshan of Janavama, because now she is actually the Sampradaya Acharya for the Gaudiyas. Then he went to Karda, took blessings from Janavama. Then Janavama told that you should go to Vrindavan and you should carry out the books written by the Goswamis of Vrindavan back to Bengal. Then before going to Vrindavan, he went to Kanakul Krishnanagar. I mean the Shripad of Abhiram Das Thakur. Then Abhiram Das Thakur, he used to have a whip called as a Jayamangal. Seeing Srinivasa Acharya, he whipped him. Then immediately he got to Krishna Prem. Still actually one tiny fragment of Jayamangal is there with the devotees. So powerful. Then again he traveled back to Srikanta and then he asked a permission from his spiritual master Narahari Sarkar that I am planning to go to Vrindavan. Then he gave the permission. Then he went to Vrindavan, and there actually Srinivasa Acharya, under the guidance of Jiva Goswami, along with Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda Pandit, studied all the Bhakti Shastra, and then he also got the instruction from Jiva Goswami that he should take initiation from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Initially, when he was a small child, he decided to take initiation from Narahari Sarkar. Narahari Sarkar told that, no, your guru is Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Guna Manjari. So such nice, interesting pastime also happened there. So Narottam Das Thakur, along with Srinivas Acharya, Shyamananda Pandit, they all studied under the guidance of Jiva Goswami at Vrindavan. And Srinivasa Acharya, great disciple, is Ramachandra Kaviraj. So Ramachandra Kaviraj, he was going in a palanquin and his body appeared like a Gandharva. Then here Srinivasa Acharya was whispering to his associate, if this man could take up devotional service, how nice it would be. Somehow or other, this vibration penetrated into the heart of Ramachandra Kaviraj. He got married. Then the next day morning, he came along with his wife and then surrendered to Srinivasa Acharya and then accepting him as the spiritual master. Ramachandra Kaviraj's brother Govinda Kaviraj. So they both accepted Srinivasa Acharya as their spiritual master. Many such deep, interesting pastimes happened here. So here Ramachandra Kaviraj is Karna Manjari. Srinivasa Acharya is Mani Manjari. His spiritual master, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, is the Guna Manjari. Externally, they have a male form, but internally, the Siddha Deha Swarupa, they would meditate and serve Shri Radha Krishna, and they would enter deep into the pastime. They call it as the trance or samadhi. So the body may be like in a sitting posture, but the soul, after attaining the matured stage of Siddha Deha Swarupa, they would go deep into the pastimes. And Srinivasa Acharya had such one interesting pastime that happened at Vrindavan. So like that, he entered into the deep pastime, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna was very pleased. And then they put him a garland. So Srinivasa Acharya got completely ecstatic. And when he came to his senses, he saw the same garland of flowers in his neck, in his male form as Srinivasa Acharya, because it is a ever fresh flower. So it was actually also, we can say, some sort of awkwardness for Srinivasa Acharya, because actually his glory started to spread. Oh, he has got such a profound blessings from Lord Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then the other associates, they could also sense that, but he was a little bit embarrassed. Then by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that eternal flower garland disappeared from the neck of Srinivasa Acharya. So such many pastimes also happen. So we all know that such great exalted Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, they are known for the devotion, renunciation in terms of the complete attachment and the love for the eternal service of Shri Radha Krishna. So our goal is serving Shri Radha Krishna. Our Acharyas have given the process of chanting the holy name. And certainly Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, this Gaura Lila is a very powerful instrument to clear up all our anarthas instantly, that we may not sense, we may not feel, but it is very powerful. Like some disease, we put some tablet, how it works, we doesn't know. So like that, this Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also hearing about the glorious pastimes of the Panchatattva and their associates, hearing about the glorious pastimes of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, hearing about the glorious exalted pastimes of this Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharya, they act very instinctively to clear all the anarthas from our heart. And if you are sincere, certainly by the mercy of Guru Gauraka, one can certainly, one is assured, we can say, to attain the glorious eternal service to render to Shri Radha Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is assuring this guarantee. We can say it is also assured by Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Bhagavat also. So glorious hearing all such pastime. Because even for a few seconds we may contemplate and meditate upon these great personalities or such pastime places. It will be very, very effective and efficient in this age of Kali to attain pure love for Krishna instantly. We can say there is no doubt on that. Okay, with that, ending the session. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So if you have any question, comments, realization, you are free to share. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. It was so wonderful. It was so wonderful. We were like almost there. Thank you for showing all the beautiful pictures, the vivid pictures, and all.
You are talking something, but I could not hear.
Oh, can you hear me now, Prabhu? Is this clear? Is this clear, Prabhuji, now? Do you hear me now? Now, Prabhuji, do you hear?
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, Prabhu, brilliant. No, Prabhuji, we are so thankful. We are so grateful. We are sitting here in our own little places, and you took us into this beautiful parikrama. And all the nice personalities you explained so nicely. You brought all the beautiful pictures. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Prabhuji. It really enlightens us, and it gives us more rasa, if we might say, and it gives us makes us chant more mindfully and more enjoyably. Like, yes, these kind of evidences are so important, Prabhuji, especially people that are away from India, so they can actually see and relish the beautiful pictures and hear the stories and actually see the evidences, the footprints, the places where all these things were enacted. We wanted to open the floor for all the devotees. If you have any questions for His Grace, please don't hesitate to ask.
It all can happen only in the association of devotees, because only in the association of devotees such topics can be heard and nourished. So all glories to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis.
Thank you so much. Prabhuji, one quick question. I mean, Nityananda Prabhu had 2 consorts, and only one consort, Vasudha Mataji, she bore all the children. Do we have any information why Jahnavi Mataji did not bear any children? Was there any spiritual reason?
Ganga Devi and Veerachandra Prabhu, they were both the children of Vasudha. Janavama, actually, after Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, they wind up their earthly pastime. There is certainly a vacuum. At that time, Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya decided that Janava Mata should be the Sampradaya Acharya. And the Sampradaya Acharya means considering all the living entities as their children, not only the devotees. So actually, for Vasudha, Ganga Devi and Veerachandra Prabhu, they both were the children. But for Janavama, all the living entities, she considered them as her own children. So it's the divine pastime, because she traveled extensively to give association, I mean the divine presence of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda after their absence. So it's the divine will arrangement that she was free to travel. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. She was like a monk. She was already like a sannyasini. Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Any questions? Sorry.
Prabhuji, one question. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much,
Yes, Prabhu.
So one question, Prabhu, when we say Radha kund is superior to Govardhan, What does it mean, Prabhu?
You can say actually in the absolute platform, everything is Ukhala. But when we say Radha kund is superior to Govardhan, it means how intimately Radha kund or Srimati Radharani is dear and related to Krishna. Giri Govardhan is Sakshat Krishna, both Supreme Personality of Godhead and also accepting the mood of the servant. That's why he is called as the Haridas Varya, the best servant of Lord Hari. But here Radha kund, though it is situated at the foothills of Govardhan, Srimati Radharani, she is unparalleled. She is unmatched. So she is the, you can say, giving shelter for all the living entities, whether it is Nitya Baddha or Nitya Siddha, to render devotional service to Sri Krishna. And everyone has to take shelter of Srimati Radharani, and she delegates the service. So in terms of close proximity, here Rupa Goswami demonstrates clearly that Radha kund is superior to Govardhan, means because Govardhan is the best servant. Still superior to the best servant of the Supreme Lord is Srimati Radharani. She is so glorious. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat, Prabhu.
Vrinda Mataji, please go ahead.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम। श्री प्रभुपाद श्री गुरुदेव की जय, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय, सीधाम वृंदावन धाम परिक्रमा की जय। प्रभु जी, it's very hard to explain whole class in a 2 minutes, so this is summary offered to you. That Srimati Shri Radharani is a live mercy, and Srimati Shri Radharani, Shri Sham Kund, Shri Radha kund is the live mercy of Srimati Shri Radharani. वहाँ पे हम आचमन ले सकते हैं.
Time, Prabhu ji.
Okay, just a minute. So I will just ask Prahalananda Das, then we will go.
Hello. Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, it's the summary is going on. No problem.
Okay. So do I ask or I wait, Mataji?
Yeah, you can ask Prahalananda Das.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji, very nice, and you gave us so esoteric meanings and some of these things which you do not find reading in books like that. So I had a question regarding one of the sons of Srinivas Acharya passed away when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing Sankirtan. So do you have some more details of how he passed away, how old he was and all that?
Srinivas Pandit, Srinivas Thakur?
Yes, yes. One of his children passed away, right?
Yeah. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing his nocturnal Sankirtan pastime at the house of Srinivas Thakur, then he was fortunate enough to give up his body. And then the elderly women, they started to cry. Srinivas Thakur forbade them not to cry as it would impede the Sankirtan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Later, when it came to the ears of Lord Chaitanya came there, and then he put his lotus hand on the chest of Srinivas Thakur's son. He got revived. But anyhow, Srinivas Thakur was very happy that my son is so fortunate to give up his body during the Sankirtan pastime. Then the child got up, then it also started to speak philosophy. When it was told to him that your parents and relatives are all crying, then he was questioning which birth parents, like that. Then he spoke philosophy. Then again he left up. Anyhow, the thing is that actually giving up the body, remembering Krishna, or doing, or when devotees chant and then give up their body, it is very, very important, because in the modern days, because it's the tendency and habit that when a person becomes serious, they take him to the ICU, and then they put all sort of instruments, needles, and then tube, very difficult to breathe, chant, or even they will not even allow the chanting box, or even they will remove the kanti mala. not even allowing to put Narasimha oil, tilak. So Mahaprabhu is demonstrating the example how a devotee should give up his body. That's why actually the intelligent wise person, when they know that actually this person is going to give up his body, it is always better and recommended that actually devotees chant surrounding him, and that is a glorious way of departing from this material world. That lesson we can learn. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Dandavat pranam.
Okay. Maybe Vrinda Gopika can summarize.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम। श्रील प्रभुपाद श्री गुरुदेव की जय, श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय। Thank you for taking us in Sridham Vrindavan Dham. No words to your sincere seva. You explained about Sri Radha. Sri Radha kund is the live mercy of Srimati Sri Radharani. Shri Shyam Kund, Jeev Mandir, Govardhan Nandakam, Balsana Dham, Shri Radha Damodar जी, श्री राधा कुंड परिक्रमा में हम सबका दर्शन कर सकते हैं, वो सब दर्शन करवाए आपने। श्री गौर निताई, श्री राधा विनोद जी, श्री राधानाथ, श्री रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी, and you take us in a Jatipura Dham also, and then श्री गोवर्धन गोवर्धन भगवान के ड्रीम में आए थे जब वो खोद रहे थे गोस्वामी जी, तो उसमें से ब्लड निकला था। सो दैट इज द Shishi Govardhan, 2 eyes of Shishi Shamkund and Shishi Radha Kunda, Shishi Govardhan ji, Shishi Ashtashaki Lalita Kunda, Mahaprabhu Lila, Shishi Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Lila, समाधि मंदिर में आप लेके गए, एंड कृष्णदास गोस्वामी, वहां पे श्री कृष्णदास गोस्वामी, रघुनाथ दास भट्ट गोस्वामी, Raghunath Bhattas is Ragamanjari, and Raghunath Das Goswami is a Bhanumanjari, and Krishna Das Goswami Samadhi. Then you take us in Sisi Radha Madan Mohan and Dauji temple, and Bhajan Kutir of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Sisi Radha Gopinath ji. Now they are in a Jaipur Dham. You take us in Sisi Radha Gopinath temple. Then Bhajan Kutir of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Kalpa Vriksha tree, and then you take us Sri Nityananda Baithak and Janwa Mataji Baithak, Sri Radha Gopinath Anang Manjari, and Sri Radha Govind Dev ji, and then you take us Sri Radha Gopinath, Sri Radha Govind Dev ji, Sri Radha Madan Mohan ji, and Sri Jagannath Balram, Srimati Sri Subhadrani. एंड श्री राधा गोपीनाथ के साथ में श्री अनंग, श्रीमती श्री अनंग मंजरी थे, एंड श्री राधा दामोदर जी, श्रीमती श्री राधा रानी एंड अष्टसखी की बैठक पे लेके गए आप, एंड सेवरल किलोमीटर्स ऑफ दामोदर लीला आपने एक्सप्लेन की, एंड मर्सी ऑफ सुप्रीम लॉर्ड। एंड हम जपा करते हैं तो by the mercy of spiritual master and Sisi Six Goswami and Sisi Acharya Gan Goswami only we get the bhakti, and that is touch to heart. And then you take Nal Kuber delivered by Lord Krishna, and then Nityananda and Vasudha Samadhi, and Panihati Sridham Mayapur Dham Lila, and Abhiram Das Thakur Lila, and Nityanand Supreme Son, and Samadhi Mandir of Veerchandra, and you Chaitanya Sankirtan Mission, and Vasudev Ghosh, Govind Ghosh, and Madhav Ghosh Samadhi. It's going on, Prabhuji. We don't have time. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to your sincere seva. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai, Shri Dham Vrindavan Dham Parikrama ki jai, Jai Jai Nityananda, Jai Jai Gauranga. Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to your sincere seva. Anant Koti Dandavat Pranam to Acharya Pataka Maharaj. Thank you, Prabhuji. No words to your sincere seva.
Hare Krishna. Okay. We can end up this session here. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhu evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaste. Thank you.
Vaishnav Ji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.